Hello, this is the Anthony S. with the Arizona Business Podcast. Today we're going to go over a subject that is, I'd say, more prevalent today than ever before. When you watch this video in the future, you'll be seeing it through the lens of a different time. Right now we're going through COVID-19. A lot of business has to be done online now. There is definitely a change in the way managers and their employees are interacting via distance, location. Some companies have had to let go of a lot of individuals, so there's some potential tension between who's still left. I would definitely say it's understandable. I get it. Now, what we're going to talk today about is how to, or I'd say some best suggestions for picking teams, doing like reorgs, making sure that you still can get the day-to-day work done that is still out there with the teams you have now, and still trying to do your best to keep some sort of norm about the situation. Now, I would definitely say I have an extra few tool sets on my belt that make it easy for me, so I'm going to try to do it without Predictive Index, which is the tool set I use when working with clients. If you don't have someone like that, or you don't have something in that space, I'll try to do both. So my suggestions for the first one is communication is going to be your biggest tool right up front. You're going to tell people what's going on, what we have left on the table to get done. And especially for my generation, so I'm 26. And when you're working with people from 20 to 30 right now, you definitely want to keep them involved in the major conversation. If you don't, they're going to feel excluded, and they're really not going to want to get anything done because they're going to feel like, what's the point? So my first suggestion is to just communicate what it's looking like. You don't have to be exact with numbers, but if you're losing money, if you're making money, just be honest. Some people will take it the wrong way, but if you allow them to just imagine what's going on, just forget it. You're already lost at that point. From there, communication. Secondly, when you look at the people you have left, you're going to have to do your best to fit them into bubbles a bit. You're going to have to make decisions on who really is in ops, who's in sales, who's in customer service, because it's going to be more prevalent today to execute than you did before. So I'd say just have a quick touch base with everyone again, and just show people you care. Like that's kind of part of that step number 2. You could almost call it that, show people you care, and have some like one-on-one Zoom calls with each person in the org that you can. And just say, hey, how's things going? What difficulties are you finding out via using Zoom? And then get them the help they need, should they need help. Because that's the big one right now. You got to make people feel like that they're part of that community, that business, that even in the tough times that they're really cared for. So we got first step, communicate. Second step, show you care. Still kind of communicate, but you're getting more deeper into the weeds in terms of details of each person. Third, I would definitely give people more incentive to believe in the vision more than ever before. Now, if you really don't have a vision or an incentive or something for people to come around and believe in, and I'm not saying have a flashy tagline, doing our best in the worst of times. No, I'm talking about, look, we're going to try to still make $1 million in sales this year, and I'm going to make it so, everyone gets a bonus based on this certain thing. Like if for every $250,000 we do as a company, everyone will get an extra couple $100 or something. Like doing something fun quarterly or monthly, even weekly if you really want to, in that fashion will really get things going in terms of getting people into the fun of the moment, trying to still do your best when things are rough. But more importantly, you really got to communicate that vision. You got to let people know, like, hey, nothing's changed. We're still doing this. For me, I still want to open up the lab with my best friend. I still want to be able to save lives in the future. My business still keeps moving here. I'm still out here helping businesses. That's the whole thing. It doesn't stop because we have to communicate differently on a different platform. It doesn't change that most of my meetings are in Zoom now. My vision is the same, and my purpose to inspire leaders to be inspiring is unwavering. Those are still the things I'm doing day to day. So now, why did I bring a predictive index in the beginning? It's the tool I use. If you're a client of mine, if you go reach out to the company, they'll probably end up sending you back to me anyways. It's just how kind of system works. They want a consultant as part of the package. But it basically allows you to do cognitive and behavioral assessments and understand who people are at a natural level, and then be able to do teamwork. I'd say teamwork workshops where you find out who everybody is and put them together based on their natural tendencies and use the people data to actually make a pretty educated decision on who should be where, and just really keeping up in that motivate. You know, the tools come with a bunch of paperwork in terms of, okay, this is what this person likes, give them this type of thing. This one's an extrovert, they're going to need more communication throughout the day because they're going to be lonely, like help them out. This one, they're already kind of naturally tended this way, they're going to be more fine. As a manager, as a leader, you'll have a lot more data. So that's why I say the first couple things, you really just got to try to do it by natural hand, which can be done. You're going to have to really reach out to each individual person and really get deep down with them. I think this is the time more and more to reach out and utilize some sort of tool as Predictive Index to really have those communications, because it'll just make it a lot easier on your end to see, okay, this is what they need naturally as a person. This is what's going to make them feel better through these tough times. Definitely take that to heart. The steps definitely communicate, show you care, and list in the vision. Those are going to be the three big things right now. This is the Anthony S. Arizona Biz Podcast. I'm looking forward to the conversations ahead. If anyone has any questions, reach out. I understand times are tough, so we'll work together as much as we can. And I'll talk to you soon.